Um, Lane Johnson retiring is sad, but it's also something that I feel like we knew was happening. We knew that Lane was either going to retire this year or next year. I feel like he's been good at just letting us know that, and I think we just kind of knew that as time was going on that his age was getting up there. Even though he's playing at a high level, his age was getting up there, and it was time for him to retire. That's why we've been looking for his replacement, trying to find who can be the next person. As far as do I think that we're gonna be good after Lane Johnson retires? Yeah, it's a guy named Markel Bell, 6'7", offensive tackle who's ready to play ball.
Hmm.
I think he's ready to play ball. Not only did Lane Johnson say he's the best rookie that he's ever seen, but just looking at the film, I don't know if you got to see any the film that they released on him,
I
but
saw.
he be moving. Yeah, he be moving. He's blocking. I think he's gonna be special. I can't wait to actually see him in the preseason because I think he's gonna be a baller. But I do think that with this being Lane Johnson last year, I think that the team is
He's
gonna
from six
play
seven,
even harder
crazy.
for him. And six
Yeah, that's
seven,
crazy. But he
like
moved crazy though. I saw Bell.
he do,
I saw him in
he do.
college actually. I saw him in college. I said whoever grab him is gonna be it's gonna have a really good offensive lineman. He
Yeah,
was different.
I actually think this was like he's a perfect replacement. He's a perfect replacement. Now, do I wish that we still had Jeff have Stout University? Of course, but I think we should just give this offensive line coach a chance, see if he's able to work too, because I've heard good things about him so far.
Yeah, me
So
too. Me
maybe
too. Yeah.
he'll be able to do something.
Oh, you done?
Yeah, 10 sacks in 10 years is crazy.
Oh, all right. Are you done?
Yeah, yeah, brother. I basically was just gonna say, yeah, I think the team gonna play harder for Lane Johnson since this is his last year, and I think he's gonna be more motivated.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Great take on that. Um, do I feel like do I feel like how do I feel about it? I mean, Lane Johnson is Lane Johnson. I mean, he's one of the longest Eagles top tier um played in Eagles history. I mean, when you add Jason Kelsey, Brandon Graham, he fits around that group. He was special since he got there, stuff like that, and never missed a beat, and always played at a very high level. Um, Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt. Um, we all knew it was coming. I didn't know it was gonna come with a press conference in training camp. I didn't know he was gonna say all that. That was kind of out the clear blue sky. But I understand why he's retiring. He just recently just got married. He got three kids. The kids are getting older and stuff like that, and so right now he's dealing with the family stuff. I know that he was out of practice for a little while, but it wasn't injury. It wasn't injury related. It was personal reasons, but I believe it was family. I think right now he's in a place where he's ready to turn that page in his life, to ready to be a full time, a family man and everything like that, and which is always good. It's always good to be, to have that. Um, do I feel like that the Eagles are ready for life without Lane Johnson? I mean, that's not no question. They always ready. Howie Roseman put the Eagles always in a position to be ready just in case if something happens. They have a backup plan. Then you have never seen the Eagles ever didn't have a backup plan ever under the Howie Roseman umbrella ever. I said under the Howie Roseman umbrella, under the Howie Roseman umbrella. Now I ain't gonna talk about Chip Kelly because he was drawing, but I'm talking about Howie Roseman when he took over. He has made sure that this team always, from the present and the future, always put that team in position to compete for championships every year. All right. So stay with me. All right. So I know you're smiling on that because I know in my mind you about to say something crap, but whatever. But but anyway though,
Nah, I
um,
agree. I agree with your statement. I agree.
I don't know because your eyes, I know you, man. Your eyes like, man, here you go.
And I mean, I was just gonna say, I just didn't. I don't think we had a replacement for right guard, but other than that, I'm cool.
Oh, what
I
you
think
mean
I'm
like
right.
Lane Johnson for Lane
No,
Johnson?
no, that's Tim. I'm talking about with Tyler Steen. I'm not big on Tyler
Oh,
Steen, so
okay. Well, I mean, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm not a big fan with him either. He was really trash
yeah, I feel
last
like
year.
he was a kind of a downgrade from Makai Becton.
Yeah, and but I do believe that the Eagles are ready for like without Lane Johnson. I do believe that the Bull Bell is a talented, great offensive lineman, and everything that Lane is going to pour he's going to pour inside Bell this whole entire year. I feel like everything that's basically his successor. Bell is his successor, and everything that Lane has got, he's going to give it to Bell. And so, and the same thing as I feel the same way as well. I do feel like the team knows that this is going to be Lane's last time. So they're going to try to make a great. They're going to try to make run for him. A run for him. I won't be surprised if they go to a deep playoff run. Um, but yeah, though, I'm not even gonna lie. I low key do want Lane to get that third ring. No cap. But but yeah, this is one last dance. Make the most of it. And I don't know. I think just because just by this alone, this might be a special year. This might be a special year. And so, but in general, I think nobody can replace Lane Johnson. When it comes down to it, nobody can replace Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson is Lane Johnson. But do I feel like they ready to be life after him? Yeah, because they always be prepared for stuff in the present and in the future. And they have the coaching, they have the personnel, they have. Jeff Allen left. But the guy that's doing right now that took over Jeff Allen's job, he's doing, as far as I know, he's doing great things. He's giving up schemes and stuff like that for the new offensive system that they're implemented. You know what I mean? So they're doing their thing. They're really doing their thing, and so I'm pretty excited. I'm excited about what the season is going to be. Um, but I do believe that Lane Johnson. I mean, this is last season, and plus he was hurt last year, and so I feel like that this is going to be kind of a redemption year for him as well. And so watch it, man, because Lane coming, and you think you're gonna try to bush him and stuff like that? You're wrong about it. I saw him in his off season, the way he be training. That boy be training like crazy. He be training like a wrestler. I'm like, damn. You be counting up wood and throwing wood and I'd be like, God, Lee. But yeah, man. But I think this season is going to be really, really, really good for the Eagles, but most importantly for Lane. But um, you know, um, but in general though, I do feel like that the Eagles going to be just fine without him. I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to have to move on. You know what I mean? Brandon Graham left. Got to go and figure out who's the replacement. Nolan Smith. Well, hopefully it's Nolan Smith. He gotta go prove it. But you know what I'm saying. But yeah, you know what I mean. So um, yeah, man, it's changing. The team is changing. It's turning to the next generation. And so yeah, I believe
The
they're gonna be
person
all
who
right.
replaced Jason Peters, we had drafted Andre Dillard.
It was
That's
trash.
who. Yeah, he was trash. So we drafted Andre Dillard, and then we ended up getting Mailata.
Joey Malata. Yeah, over time. Yeah, but yeah, yo, that's all you wanted to talk about name. Oh, you got more
Yeah,
than that.
I do think it will be. I will say it will be growing pains though. I think I'm not gonna say it's gonna be perfect with Butlerine because, like they said, 10 sacks and 10 years is unheard of. You don't just get that. I don't care who you are. It's a reason. It's a reason why Lane Johnson is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Real
He's
talk.
different. So
Yeah.
even though I do think that Markel Bell is going to be great, I don't expect him to be Lane Johnson. There will be times where he'll probably let up sacks that Lane Johnson would never have done. So I'm not going to put that pressure on him.
No, yeah. I don't think we expected him to. You know, I know a lot of people say, "Oh
Yeah,
yeah, you got big shoes to fill." No, just go out there and play your game. Be the one and only yourself. You know, you can't be Lane Johnson. There's only one Lane Johnson. You know, no matter how you try to emulate or try to mimic his game, you can never be like him. You know what I'm saying? And so just go ahead and be Markel Bell. Be dominant the way you dominate or see the game fit. You know what I'm saying?